Greetings to all of you on this sacred island, to Victorians and caretakers of the earth. Well, we are now in that wonderful time of the year where I'm looking out now and I can see everywhere growing with that beautiful sap green, that wonderful glowing green that tells us that spring is here and we can look forward to a wonderful summer. I think our summer this year is going to be the best we have had. We have hope in our hearts, and that we have come through one of the darkest times I know in living memory. And we wish and bless all those who have passed at this time. We remember you. But now, Wake the White would like to offer a special dedication, a ceremony, the Buddhists' water ceremony started by Zoroaster all those thousands of years ago to purify the water for Shide Spring. Now, we live in a dualistic world, and however much we would want our lives to be perfect and beautiful all the time, we have to face dark times, as we all have in the last year. But it is what's happened to Shide Spring that has been so difficult to come to terms with. In the dark of night, the faceless ones, I don't know who they are, they came and they decimated the whole area. They cut down our ancient mother willow trees that have been guarding that spring for hundreds of years. That Shide Spring, with water, sacred water that comes all the way from Switzerland, is so old. I know our ancestors come to that place. And so with the ancestors standing at our side, I want to do a dedication ceremony for Shide Spring. Now, I've lived on the island for decades now, and I have known those willow trees for decades. I have been there, I've meditated there, my friends have come to meditate there, and brought their children to see the wonder of that secret spring that is hidden by the willow. When I first came back to the island in 2004 from Africa, I was shown the trees. I have walked this island and I know many, many trees here. My ancestor was guiding me patiently, and she showed me where to go. And one of the first places that she showed me was this secret place, hidden from view, with the tall willow trees that guarded the ancient spring at Shide. I used the water there. Every single drop of Shide Spring water went into the making of the Whitgar tree essences and the Botanic World tree essences. It has been so prolific, and the water is as pure can be. So why then did they come and take those trees down? And why did they leave the mess behind them for me to see on my trip back from going to Old Black Gang? Trees are living, sentient beings. They have a soul. They have a heartbeat, which I hear, even though I am so profoundly deaf now. And I know those trees, they are such a deep, deep part of me. They go down to the very deepest part of my soul. So when I saw what had happened, I can say honestly that part of my spirit left when I saw those trees gone. In grief. And I know that there are other people who are in grief about this too. So what can we do? What can we give back to Shide Spring? If you feel so deeply about it as I do, and want to make it known to others, please go to Wake the White Facebook page, where I will be posting the details, the contact details that may be able to give us the answer to this, but will certainly let the people in charge know that it was not done on our watch. All the trees around us are healing. They are there as a covenant to heal human. We have a marriage union with them with the carbon-oxygen exchange. If only people would see that their place in our world is so important to us, and that to destroy them without recourse, without consultation, is really quite a terrible thing. Willows love being by water, and as humans we are 70% water, so our union with the willow tree is so strong. I know that I have gone to the willow to cry my tears, and she has taken them. The healing at the Shide Spring is so strong. There is such an energy there, even though it is not that close to the road that would warrant them being a public danger. But they are down in a dip, and you just lose yourself in the energy of that place. It is wild. It is so beautiful. And it is no more. There are things that we can do. We can gather. We can bring our prayers to Shide Spring. We can do our level best to make sure that this place is honoured in the way that we, the nature-loving people of this island, would love to see it. So to begin with, let us gather now in a ceremony, a dedication to Shide Spring, and an honouring of all that there was there and will be again. And this was my first feelings when I went to Shide Spring. The pure, cold water is protected by an ancient grove of willows. The spring feeds the River Medina 365 days a year. It is said to come from the Alps, where it follows our major fault line to the island. This grove is a magical place of peace, where you can sit and rest and connect with the earth. It is holy and it is sacred. And this is a poem by May Sarton that absolutely describes how water and Shide Spring water heals not just our body but our soul. Here is a glass of water from Shide Spring. It tastes of rock and root and earth and rain. It is the best I have, my only spell, and it is cold and better than champagne. Perhaps someone will pass this way one day to drink and be restored and go his way. Someone in dark confusion, as I was, when I drank down cold water in a glass, drank a transparent health to keep me sane, and the bitter mood was gone again. And now let us gather round and begin our dedication ceremony to Shide Spring by calling in our ancestors of the four powers.
And now in the east.
With set bletsunga framnesos un elfeder, et set armegon fram set deig. We Arian thu, Victwara, forth Federas, forth Modor, King Arwald, and Gwynwechlead.
With the blessings of Nerthus and the Old Father. At the dawn of the day we honour you, Witwara, forefathers and foremothers, King Arwald and Queen Whitfled. In the south.
With set bletsunga framnesos und elfera, and set hertan fram set suni. We intrapetan with thu, Victoire, Forth Fideras, Forth Mador, King Arwold, Ungwen Wickfleet.
With the blessings of Nerthus and the All-Father, at the heat of the sun we dance with you, Witwara, forefathers, foremothers, kings, Arwold, Queen Whitfrid. And in the west,
With set Blitzunga from Nethos und Elfada, et Drusen threat, set Sune. We sing on with thou, Victoire, Forth Fideras, Forth Mador, King Arwold and Gwen Wickfleet.
with the blessings of Nerthus and the All-Father, at the sinking of the sun, we sing with you, Witwara, forefathers, foremothers, King Arwold, Queen Whitfrid. And in the north,
With set Blitzunga from Nethos und Elfada, et set Ungong from set Muna. We sweffen with thou, Victoire, Forth Fideras, Forth Mador, King Arwold and Gwen Wickfleet.
with the blessings of Nerthus and the All-Father, at the rising of the moon, we dream with you, Witwara, forefathers, foremothers, King Arwold, Queen Whitfrid.
My hope in this ceremony for dedication to Shide Spring, that I am offering and asking you to take water to you and put your prayers to that water and take it down to Shide Spring to offer our prayers, our protection, the love of all the people on the island who care about this special place. So now I'm going to offer the invocation to Nerthos and our ancestors on Wickland in the beautiful OE, Old English. Erse, folde modor, de fel Nerthos modor fram Awerian uneerd, awerian Ioland, Breganthet essiam dritan thuno unsune, et blexian uneerd. Awerian sawal, Shide wilweta. Glidant in the oblod a wick from Wickland, and we will an become an matigue. Erse, Earth Mother, beloved Nerthos, Mother of all, protect our land, protect our island, bring the gods Thunor and Sune to bless our land, protect the sacred Shide Spring. We will become strong. And now the beautiful Beltane prayer to Nerthos, the Earth Mother, written by Kelly Welly, our lovely lass. I thank her so much for this. Duo Nerthos Voldemordor, swa werth thu thin eor thu thet helidan uncum framfior. We gebidden for friogon lufa framsiolf un el uther. We gebidden than thet we aunion solich et ursulf und gewether. Thet we erian keru und awerian ulsulf und gewether. Dior Nerthos hit the thor thin stior, thin esse will sumne et fiortha. We are fus et gesumian, et liban, gesipan, und wesson a good consual. And regenes blotsma, which blow on overflowen with bliothnes frioth ungefu. Gusian thu, o good con Nerthos for thet gefu, for gifan, begennen eld. Und we gebidden thet thin blior willan lixan tho un et wis thin lufa sluegriad. Thu o thin weersong fratsioth, full cri un erian thu unfioth. We gusian thu for thet gifu fram theo. Motan we awa, Awuni on ne uthur, on etwian lufu on medesmes, for thin filu. Gesuthi and thu nethos, folder mudur. Dear Nethos, Mother Earth, as we walk through your world, through the cracks and valleys of life, we pray for love, love of self and all others. We pray that we remain true to ourselves and each other, that we honor, care and protect ourselves and each other. Dear Nethos, it is through your guidance, eternal devotion, to life that we are ready to serve, to live, create, and be a divine soul, an opening flower which blossoms and overflows with joy, peace, and grace. Oh, thank you, divine Nethos, for the gifts bestowed within us all, and we pray that your beauty will shine through our being, your love radiate through our eyes, your essence of truth, justice and honor through our hearts. We thank you for the gift of life. May we remain close to you and show love and appreciation for your abundance. Thank you, Nethos, our Mother Earth. Let us join together now in the water ceremony. Empty your mind of all negative thoughts. Allow deep breaths to enter and blow out all negative thoughts. And again, you feel your whole body relaxing as you breathe in the precious air and fill your lungs. And then release. The last of your negative thoughts are gone. Before you are all of the pictures I have taken of Shide Spring over the years. I would like you to take your spirit there, to walk down into the beautiful trees on this bright, beautiful spring day, to know and see the lovely the maple tree there is coming into bud. And as you walk down through all of the growth of beautiful green that's growing all the way up to your knees, you walk through and you can almost smell the spring, and then you hear it bubbling before you. There is a huge bubbling of water coming up, and there is a smaller one. So we have two springs, two sources. One I have always thought is female, and the older, gentler one. And the other one is much more energetic and bubbling up. And this water courses and it snakes round the willow as it makes its way down into a waterfall. And it then surges into the Medina River, taking with it all of the minerals, all of the greenery with all the health that they give, all of the ancient water that has come all the way from Switzerland. And I want you to place your prayers into the water that you have before you. Prayers for protection of the spring, to ask the ancestors to come and be with the spring, shielding it, to be able to visualize a beautiful new environment around the spring, where there will be new growth, new plants growing, a safe place for the spring to continue to source our island and the people on our island. Erse, nethos, foldamodor. Awerianthet Irland. Awerianthet Irland. Lufianthet Irland. Lufianthet Irland. Beloved Nethos, protect our island. Protect our Shide Spring. Love our island. Love our island. And now it's a time of recall to bid farewell to our ancestors who have joined us and given us so much strength at this time.
Now it's time to bid farewell and close the quarters, starting in the north.
We set Bletsunga from Nethos und Elfara, in set of Gumfram that Mona. We bidden through
Alperian, Victuara, Forth Federas, Forth Modor, King Arwold and Gwen Wickfleet.
With the blessings of Nerthus and the Old Father, at the rising of the moon, we bid you farewell, Witwara, forefathers, foremothers, King Arwold, Queen Whitfleet. In the west,
we set Bletsunga from Nethos und Elfara, in set Ruson from set Sune. We bidden through Caretakers Wheel, Victuara, Forth Federas, Forth Modor, King Arwold, Gwen Wickfleet.
with the blessings of Nerthus and the Old Father, at the sinking of the sun, we bid you farewell, Witwara, forefathers, foremothers, King Arwold, Queen Whitfleet. In the south,
with Bletsunga from Nethos Elfada, Ethet Hayton Frat Thet Sune, we bidden through Caretakers and Wheel, Victuara, Forth Federas, Forth Modor, King Arwold und Queen Wickfleet.
with the blessings of Nerthus and the Old Father, at the heat of the day, we bid you farewell, Witwara, forefathers, foremothers, King Arwold, Queen Whitfleet. In the east,
We set Bletsunga from Nethos und Elfada, Ethet Maiden from Thet Deeg. We bidden through Caretakers and Wheel, Victuara, Forth Federas, Forth Modor, King Arwold and Gwen Wickfleet.
with the blessings of Nerthus and Old Father, at the dawn of the day, we bid you farewell, Witwara, forefathers, foremothers, King Arwold, Queen Whitfleet.
And may the prayers and the strength and radiance of those prayers that have been put into the water be gifted to Shide Spring either in spirit or in body, and that those prayers travel along to reach those hearts that are now still closed, that they may open and that their eyes can see what emotional intelligence really means. Bletsunga Beorte, blessed be.